The mountains burned through the night. Smoke curled into the sky like ghosts of the past, and the rain hissed against molten metal. Aaron Vale was gone, or so the world believed. But fate has strange ways of honoring the broken. Far above, in the cold dark void, the three dragon sisters drifted through silence. Their small shuttle was old, trembling with every vibration, but the repaired soul engine glowed steady, a warm golden heart beating between them. Kaelra, the youngest, couldn't stop crying. She pressed her forehead to the glass, staring down at the dying planet. "He stayed," she whispered. "He stayed so we could run." Loom sat beside her, silent. Her claws clenched so tight, the metal seat bent beneath them. "He didn't just stay," Asura said quietly. "He chose to." They watched until the world was only a speck of light. Then even that vanished into darkness. For days, they said nothing. The shuttle drifted in deep space, low on supplies, guided only by the repaired soul engine that pulsed faintly like a heartbeat. Each of them carried the same thought: humans had once been their destroyers, but one man had rewritten that truth with his sacrifice. Eventually, the shuttle found refuge, an abandoned mining station orbiting a red dwarf star. Cold. Silent. Forgotten. They landed. Asura led them through the dark corridors, lights flickering to life as they passed. She stopped before an old console, rusted, but still functional. "We'll rebuild here," she said. For him. And so they began. Weeks passed into months. Kaelra scavenged parts from broken drones. Loom repaired life support systems, while Asura studied the energy patterns Aaron had left behind. They used the soul engine not just for power, but for something greater: hope. Each night, Kaelra dreamed of the human mechanic. His rough voice, his quiet laugh, his hands working until they shook. She missed him more than she understood. Sometimes she'd whisper to the humming engine, "He fixed you, now fix us." The sisters grew stronger. Their scales healed, their spirits lifted. But Asura never forgot the danger that lurked beyond the stars. The purifiers might have been crippled, but the galaxy was vast, and human history, even with one hero, could not erase centuries of blood. One night, while Kaelra slept, Asura found an encrypted recording inside the shuttle's systems, a final message, hidden by Aaron himself. She activated it. A flicker of static, and then his voice. "If you're hearing this, it means you survived. Good. That means it wasn't all for nothing. Listen to me, the purifiers weren't hunting just you. They wanted what you carry. The soul engine isn't just a relic, it's alive. It remembers. If they find it again, they'll build more like it, only this time, it won't have a heart." The message cracked with interference. His tone softened. "You were right. Humans are dangerous. But sometimes, we're dangerous for the right reasons." Then silence. Asura stood frozen, tears burning in her eyes. Loom approached quietly. "What did he say?" Asura looked up. "He said we're not done yet." From that moment on, the sisters stopped hiding. They trained, repaired, rebuilt, not as fugitives, but as guardians. Kaelra modified the soul engine using human schematics Aaron left behind. It pulsed brighter, stronger, and one day, when they connected it to the station's main reactor, the entire facility came alive, humming like a dragon's heartbeat. But the signal didn't go unnoticed. Within a week, long-range scanners picked up movement. A fleet purifier ships, scarred but operational, closing fast. Asura's claws tightened. They followed the energy surge again. Loom looked at the soul engine. "If we destroy it, they'll stop." Kaelra shook her head, her voice trembling. "He gave his life to save it. I won't let that mean nothing." They argued. The galaxy was coming for them again, and there was nowhere left to run. Until Kaelra looked at the empty mechanic's wrench lying on the control panel, the one he'd given her before the blast. She picked it up and whispered, "What would he do?" And she knew. Humans didn't run. They built. She turned to her sisters. "We fight. Just like him." Asura's eyes softened. Then let's give the galaxy something to remember. When the Purifier fleet arrived, the dragons were ready. Their station had become something more, part fortress, part engine, part heart. Asura commanded the defenses. Loom synchronized the reactor. Kael'ra linked the Soul Engine to every turret, drone, and system. The whole base throbbed with living fire. The first Purifier ship descended, firing plasma volleys. The dragons responded with molten energy bursts, tearing through their armor. It wasn't war, it was vengeance with purpose. Kael'ra's voice echoed through the comms. This is for Aaron Vale. The battle raged for hours. Dozens of ships fell, their wreckage burning in orbit. The Purifiers tried to jam the Soul Engine's link, but it was too late. The machine had learned. It remembered the human who rebuilt it. It remembered his hands, his sacrifice, his kindness. And it fought back. The reactor roared to life, channeling the full power of the Soul Engine. Beams of radiant energy lanced through space, slicing the enemy flagship in half. The shockwave shattered asteroids across the sector. When it was over, silence returned. The sisters stood in the control room, staring at the stars through cracked glass. Loom smiled faintly. He'd be proud. Kael'ra held the wrench close to her chest. He is proud. I can feel it. Asura looked at the burning remains drifting in the void. Humans, they destroy what hurts them, but they save what matters. Years passed. The sisters rebuilt the system, turning the mining station into a refuge, a place where dragons, humans, and even other exiles came to live together. And at its center stood the Soul Engine, still blowing softly, its pulse now calm, almost like a heartbeat. Kael'ra often sat beside it, talking as if the mechanic could hear her. You said humans are dangerous for the right reasons. Maybe you were right. Maybe that's what makes your kind special. Every year, on the anniversary of the battle, they lit a beacon flame, a bright golden light visible from 100 worlds. They called it the Mechanic's Star. And across the galaxy, people whispered stories of the human who defied his own kind to save the last of the dragons. Some said he died that night. Others believed the explosion didn't kill him, that somewhere, drifting between worlds, his ship still carried the warmth of that same Soul Engine. Whatever the truth was, one thing never changed. Every dragon child was taught the same lesson. Once, 3 sisters said they could never trust a human. But one man changed everything. And when the stars burned brightest, they swore they could still hear his voice in the static of the cosmos, saying, "Build. Protect.